Hey you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back. So today's video is going to be a favorites video. Way too late in the month for me to call this a June favorites. I think today's July 10th. I cannot believe it. This summer is flying by. But I wanted to do a roundup of some recent things that I've been loving. And then also I finally got my Fabfitfun summer box. So rather than doing a whole separate video, I figured I'd just throw it in here because there are some favorites from this box that I've been loving. I also have the new Kosas Deodorant to talk about. Kosas, I think is how you pronounce it. Their new deodorant came out and I wanted to talk about this. This is an aluminum-free deodorant. Aluminum-free has never worked for me, so I wanted to give this one a go. And then a foundation that I haven't talked about in forever. I have reached back into the depths of my vanity to find this foundation, but the new ColourPop foundation made me think about this again and made me want to re-reach for this. And I've been just loving it all over again, so we'll talk about that. But yeah, lots of good things, so we'll just go ahead and get started. All right, so first we'll talk about the Fabfitfun box. So many good things in the summer box. I really wanted to get my hands on this. I purchased this with my own money. They did send me out, was it the last box? I don't know, I must have been a bad beauty blogger. I didn't really promote it well. Maybe they didn't like what I said about it, but they did not offer to send me out the summer box. But it's fine. I think it's a great value for your money. You just get so many products in here, so I do not mind spending the $40, I think is what it comes down to after using discount codes. So, and this box actually caught my eye, believe it or not. This is probably so boring to a lot of people, but to me, anything that helps me organize my life, I get so excited about. But these packing cubes, I had to get my hands on these. They were the perfect sizes, and I don't have the small one in front of me. I'll include a picture of it. I've been using it in my beach bag for diapers, sunscreen. There's a great back zipper that you can tuck other products in, and I love how the front of these are mesh, so they're great for beach bags because I always stick the girls' wet bathing suits in the front of these bags. So these have really been coming in handy. Out of everything in the box, I think I'll be getting the most use out of these. The things you get excited for as an adult. I swear, it's so funny. But speaking of organization, I also got in this box this Yumi Kim travel bag. It's really nice. It has a zipper component to it, and there's two compartments on the side. And then it also has this little compartment that you can hang up, which I really love. And yes, the perfect size for makeup, also toiletries. So I'm very excited about this as well. And this was another product that I was able to customize. I think you got 3 options, I believe. I ended up videotaping. Oh my gosh, is it 1993? I ended up screenshotting my whole process when I made this purchase, so you guys can see what I customized and what I picked. It was kind of nice to get, you know, a layperson's point of view when buying the summer box as opposed to getting it in PR. I'll tell you what, one big negative with this took forever. I purchased this, I think it was May 15th or 16th. It was definitely in the middle of May, and I just got it this week. So it was a little under 2 months that this took. Is this common? Let me know if you guys have purchased Fabfitfun before, because oh my gosh, that was a long time to wait. I understand it's a seasonal box, but I don't know, when you spend money, I expect that product within like maybe at least a month. So yeah, that was probably the only negative this time. And then the third product I was able to customize was this necklace. I love this. So it's this little rhinestone necklace. So it has this larger stone in the center and then this tiny little stone on the side, which I think is so cute. I love a dainty gold necklace, and I just love the style. It kind of reminds me of my girls because, you know, the larger one for big sis and then the tiny one for the baby on the top. And I actually wear 2 charms. I don't have it on today, with their initials, so I feel like this will go really well with my other necklace. And then as far as the other items they threw in, so the first thing was this makeup eraser that I've always been dying to try, and you guys, this actually works. I used this only once so far, but I used it for my eye makeup, and check that out. You can see all my mascara came off so easily. You're not supposed to use any soap with this. You just add a little bit of water, and for whatever reason, these fibers just grab makeup and they really do dissolve everything, and it washes off cleanly. Now, the one thing about it, it obviously doesn't cleanse your face, so it's not going to deep clean your pores or anything like that. So think of this as your first cleansing step, and then you would go in with your second cleanser. I don't know if this is going to be part of my skincare routine. Maybe if I have like a heavy makeup day, I'll use this. It was nice, but I just didn't feel like that deep cleansing action like I do from a cleansing balm. But I don't know, this was really cool, and I was surprised that it actually worked. The one thing, I would love to see them come out with like different patterns, because it's kind of like a cumbersome thing to have in your bathroom. I don't know, first of all, it's bright pink. I feel like it'd be fun if they had like a fun chevron design or something, but I don't know, that's just me being picky. But it is it works. So I was very impressed with that. Now this thing I didn't try yet. I wanted to try this on camera so we could all test this out together. But this is a Color Switch Instant Brush Cleanser. And it doesn't, the cool thing about this, there's no water required. It has these little like grabby fibers in here. So let's see if this works with a foundation brush. This is my IT Cosmetics brush. I don't know, how is this gonna possibly work? So you swirl it around. Oh wait, maybe not. I feel like it did take off a little bit. Yeah, it actually, wow, that's pretty wild. I don't know if you can tell, but it did clean it slightly. Definitely not going to be a replacement as like a full-on brush cleanser, but that's pretty cool. Let's see if it works with an eyeshadow brush. So you can see I have this, this is one of the Doll 10 brushes from the Makeup Molly collection, and I have some dark eyeshadow on the tip there. So let's see, again, we'll just swirl it around. Okay, so it definitely kind of faded out the eyeshadow there. I mean, I only spent like 20 seconds on that, but it did work. This would probably be beneficial if you're using one eyeshadow brush and you're switching in between colors. Oh, that's pretty cool because you can see now that I'm using it, no color is transferring onto my skin here. This worked pretty well. It's not going to deeply clean your brushes, but this is cool. I don't know if I would have spent the money on it, but it was a nice inclusion in this box, so I appreciate that. And then they also threw in, this is the one product I was like, really? It's by the brand Skin Valve. It's a body boost gel. It's basically like a workout gel. It's supposed to be a gel stimulant. It has menthol and green tea in here, and it's a pre-workout activator that's supposed to tone, firm, and smooth. Now, when you look at the ingredients, it contains water is the first ingredient. Second on the list is denatured alcohol, so it's going to dry out your skin, irritate your skin. There's also glycerin. Glycerin is going to be a nice moisturizer. Menthol's up here high on the list, so that's another thing that can irritate your skin. So when you put it on, it actually has a really strong cooling sensation. So I can see how this would feel like a stimulant, but it doesn't. I don't know. Oh, it smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. Not really pleasant, almost like that Bengay kind of smell. I will not be using this, and nothing is going to tone and smooth your skin. I mean, there's certain things like caffeine may pull a tiny bit of water away, might depuff your areas a little bit, but nothing's going to be like a cellulite smoother in a bottle. It's not out there. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. I don't know. It feels cooling on the skin. Maybe that's why they call this a stimulant, but yeah, I won't be using that. And then they included this hand and body wash. This is, I mean, especially right now, hand soap is always good to have around the house, so I will be using this for sure. And it smells like a spa. It has a nice like lavender scent. This is cool. I will take some hand soap. And then this body butter, this body souffle by Human and Kind. This smells amazing. It has a really like light but like fancy, sophisticated floral smell. It smells so good, and I used this last night. It moisturizes really well. It feels like a souffle on the skin. It's really like whipped. It has a whipped texture. I like this a lot, so I was excited about that. But yeah, so that was it. I was really happy with what was in the box this month. For 40 bucks to get this gorgeous necklace. I'll be wearing this all the time. It's really pretty. It looks like a high quality necklace. I hope it maintains its like pretty gold finish. I don't know if you guys have this problem, but I have such an issue with dainty necklaces tarnishing so easily on my neck. I don't know. I do obviously use SPF a lot of the times on my chest, also even vitamin C. So I'm sure the vitamin C oxidizing probably does not help the situation. This one by TJ Maxx, I swear I get so lucky with jewelry at TJ Maxx. This one has really maintained its finish. Also this one by Etsy, or no, was it Etsy? It was Amazon. You guys have been asking me a lot about the necklace I've been wearing in a lot of my recent videos. I got this little charm necklace on Mother's Day. I love this. I think this is so sweet. It has both of my girls' initials on here, and it has a little heart next to their initial, and then on the other side it has this little like hammer detail. So it's got a little design on both sides of the charm. The necklace is pretty decent from coming from Amazon. I will say it's already starting to tarnish slightly, but the price is great. I think they were like $15 for each of them. It came as 2 necklaces, but I just added the charm to a single necklace, and I just love it. My husband got it for me for Mother's Day. I think it's so sweet. We just do an Amazon wish list for any holiday. we've been together since high school, so it's just so much easier. I get what I want and make shopping easier for him. So right before Mother's Day, I'm like, oh babe, this necklace is so cute. I'm just gonna, just so you know, I'm just adding this to my list. But yeah, I love it. I think it's so sweet. And it was unlike any other initial necklace I saw out there, how it has the little heart next to the initial. So I just thought it was fun. So yeah, loving that. And then, oh my gosh, this foundation. You guys heard me talk about this in my Ulta haul. If you guys want to check that out, you guys can see me applying the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. Oh my goodness, this foundation is amazing. It's so lightweight and so pigmented. Like, you get the coverage, but it feels like nothing on your skin. And it's just beautiful on the skin. It's slightly glowy, not too glowy, not too dewy, just skin-like. I'm wearing it today and I love this finish. It's a new favorite foundation for sure. Like, maybe even holy grail status. I love this so much. I have the shade Light 60 Neutral and it's a perfect shade match for me right now. Just love this. And it made me think about these older foundations that I used to love for like that lightweight feel but the glowy finish, the Urban Decay foundation. And then it got me thinking about the Becca foundation, the Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. I used to love this stuff. I'll link it down below if it's still available, because this gives the most beautiful glowy finish to the skin. Definitely more glowy than this, but it's that same lightweight feel. Maybe a little bit more on the slightly oily side. It does slide around a little bit. It's not the longest lasting, but oh my gosh, this like highlights like the high points of your cheeks. It's just, it's so beautiful on the skin. It gives you, do you see that kind of like sheen? It almost looks like a highlight on my hand, but it's not too intense on the face. It's just perfectly glowy. It's gorgeous. I've fallen in love with this. I just love it. So I just wanted to mention that again as well. And then another complexion product that I've been loving is the Weightless Liquid Mineral Sunscreen by First Aid Beauty. This is a mineral sunscreen, an SPF of 30. Such a gorgeous tint to the skin, and it has like almost kind of the same feel, like that oily consistency. It feels smooth on the skin and it just glides onto the skin so nicely. Really moisturizing and hydrating for a mineral sunscreen. I find that a lot of mineral sunscreens can be pretty chalky, but this one feels so good on the skin and the tint just blends into your skin. It's beautiful. One of my favorite SPFs for sure. Loving this. And then, okay, we talked about complexion. Let's talk about one more skincare product and then we'll go into the Kosas Deodorant. So the Fig Cleansing Balm. You guys, this is so good. So James Welsh has a whole bundle on Yes Style's website of his favorites. I think you can buy this with a couple of other things that he loves. So I'll include that set down below. But I heard him talking about this and it made me want to try this out. And wow, oh my gosh, was he right about this. So this just takes off your makeup so easily. And it has the most like gorgeous, like invigorating scent. It just, oh my gosh, it smells so amazing. And you guys know my stance on fragrance and skincare. I'm not big on it, especially in moisturizers and leave-on products, but if it's a wash-off product, I'm okay with it. I can deal. And if anything, it adds to that experience at the end of the night. And wow, oh my gosh, it smells amazing. But besides the smell, the formula is, that's most important, right? This formula is the perfect balm to oil consistency. It melts into the skin so easily and it leaves, I don't want to call it a residue, but it leaves almost like this this moisturized feel to the skin. Your skin's definitely not stripped. Your skin feels extra moisturized after using this. It makes me not want to wash this off. I know any oil balm cleanser you should use as a first cleanse and then use something with more surfactants in it to wash off that extra residue, but just the silkiness that this leaves on my skin, I just love it so much. I love that moisturized feel. I love the consistency of this. It's not too heavy. It doesn't feel like it's pore clogging. And this actually has turmeric in here, and turmeric is actually great for acne. So if you suffer from acne and if you're looking for a good anti-inflammatory balm, I think this would be great. It rinses off nice and cleanly, but it still leaves your skin feeling moisturized. So oh, I've been loving this so much. So I talked about this before, the Tarte Foundation Sponge. Wow, oh my gosh, I've been falling in love with this. I've lost this for a while and I started reaching for this again and I just forgot how amazing this was. Better than the Beauty Blender and it's cheaper. This is $16. The Beauty Blender is $20. The feel of this reminds me exactly of the Flower Beauty Sponge. It has that like squishy, almost like putty like feel. but yet it expands really nicely, and the shape of it is great. You get that pointed edge like you do from the Beauty Blender, great for around the eyes, but I also love that you get this flattened edge on the side, so it's great for contouring out your nose and your cheeks and underneath the eyes, the corner of your eyes. This is just everything I've ever wanted in a beauty sponge. I love this. For a drugstore option, the Eco Tools one is great, but it doesn't have that same squishy feel. And the Flower Beauty one's also great, but it doesn't have that perfectly like unique shape that this one does. I love this. So I just wanted to mention this because I've fallen in love with it. And okay, last but not least, I was like back and forth to how I wanted to include this in this video because it's not really a favorite, but I wanted to include a review on this. The Kosas Sport Deodorant. This is the Serene Clean scent. They do have a fragrance-free option as well, but this caught my eye because it's an aluminum-free deodorant, which I have never been able to get aluminum-free deodorants to work for me. I definitely have maybe a stronger body odor than I feel like most when it comes to my armpits. I actually, even when I was younger, I would have to buy certain dry deodorant. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's a leave-on deodorant that you actually put on overnight before you go to bed, after you get out of the shower, and that stuff, oh my gosh, works. It was like the only thing that would work for me as a teen. So with me, I've always needed the really strong, potent stuff. So I'm like, let me see what this is all about. Let's give this a try. This also has an AHA blend in here, and that really caught my skincare junkie eyes when I saw that. I'm like, I never really thought about an AHA, using that on your armpit, but the idea of it does make sense. We know an AHA is a gentle exfoliant, so maybe it helps to kind of, I don't know, like break up the oil underneath there maybe a little bit. So it just really intrigued me. But does it work? It does work. It actually, it takes away the smell. That's the one thing I've noticed with this. And even to the point where, you know, sometimes you're past the point of no return. Like if you forgot to put on deodorant in the morning, you're like, okay, I'm already there. I can't go back on this. Sometimes you put some deodorant on it to cover it up. I was able to cover up the little smell I had going on even in the middle of the day. So that is what impressed me the most about this. The thing I didn't like about this, it's really sticky. You don't get that powdery feel. It doesn't, you just don't feel clean. It doesn't have a strong smell. It has this clean smell. It smells like more of like a light citrus smell, which doesn't linger throughout the day, but it does cover up any stench you're going to develop throughout the day. But the stickiness, I'm just not fond of. I'm going to probably call this my disappointment for the month. For $15, I really wanted that powdery feel, and it just is so sticky underneath the arms. It's cool that it took away the odor though. That was pretty nice. It does work, but yeah, that sticky feel is just not the best feeling, especially in the heat of the summer. So unfortunately that did not quite work as well as I would have hoped, but everything else, I was very excited about the Fabfitfun box. There was definitely some not so great things in there, but all those organizers were great. I love that necklace. Love my Amazon necklace for Mother's Day. The Fig Cleansing Balm. Oh my gosh, loving this stuff. And then of course the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation. I just love, love, love this stuff. So that is it for my beauty favorites and disappointment for the month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys have been enjoying. I'd love to hear from you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you for all your support. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.